once again. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Haslington, just north of Manchester in the UK. That's in Europe. And that's roughly what I want to talk about today, Sunday the 15th of August 2010. For 2,000 years, every country in Europe, at one time or another, has fought every other country in Europe. And we've had war after war after war. There were some periods of peace. We had a bit of peace during the Roman Empire, and a bit of peace when we had the British Empire, but there's nearly always been a war. And in total, over 100 million people have been killed in wars. And when you think and add up the damage that was done, one nation taking over another and spoiling everything for them, you know? And we had a lot of trouble with the Germans. For some reason they can fight well, and they did fight well. I mean, it was a German army that defeated the Romans quite often. It was a German army which just south of Paris in 732 defeated the Moorish army, which up to then had virtually been unbeatable. So, and then if you think about it, in 2 world wars we had a heck of a lot of time and trouble. It took the whole world in 2 world wars 5 years, twice, to bring that country down. So they can fight and fight well. And I remember a little story which had me in tears actually when I thought it through. At the end of the First World War, when we'd killed each other, butchered each other by the millions, the British Army, a part of it, occupied the Rhineland, or part of the Rhineland. And as some of our British soldiers were marching in, one of them spotted a little old lady, little German old lady, standing at the door in tears. And as the story goes, he said to her, "Why are you crying, missus?" And she said, "I'm crying because we've been defeated." And he said, "Missus, hold your head up," he said, "because your lads put up a hell of a show." And that was after all those millions had died, he said that. And that was a simple English soldier. Anyway, what I'm coming to is this. 27 of us, of these countries, are now locked into peace in the EU. Now, a lot of people complain about the EU because it makes laws that we say we haven't voted for. Well, with our voting system, we've got nothing to boast about in that sense, because there's just as many intelligent people in Europe, so we might as well be ruled by them as by the lot that we've got in Westminster, don't you think? Well, that's the way I look at it. What I'm coming to is this. The more countries that we get into the EU, the more chance we have of peace. Now, we can look forward to 2,000 years of peace, just as we've had 2,000 years of wars since the time of Christ. And I'd like to see the Ukraine and Belarus come in, and the rest of the Balkan countries. And then Turkey, and maybe some of the North African countries. Why not? But we must get away from thinking that the minute we let a country like Turkey in, which has 70 million people, many of them are Muslims, not all, but they're not all fanatics, you know. We've got to stop thinking that the minute we let them in, we're going to have minarets sprouting everywhere, in Piccadilly Circus and so on. It isn't going to be like that, because they're a secular country, in many ways, more so than we are. And they don't like people going around waving their religious symbols, just as many of us don't like to see women covered from head to foot. We don't object to nuns wearing the nun's habit. So let's think of these ladies in burqas as some kind of nun. you know, and maybe give them the benefit of the doubt. Some of them may be so ugly that we'll be happier that they keep themselves covered. Who knows? We can't tell. Maybe that's why some of them do cover themselves, because they're ashamed to show their face. Anyway, what I'm coming to is this. Most of the troubles are happening in the Middle East, and a lot of the problems come out from the Middle East. Because for one reason or another, it seems impossible to have peace down there. Now, we've got Iran. What a load of crackpots they are, run by buffoons. Then you've got Iraq. Well, we've done something to Iraq. Don't know whether it's going to improve it or not. Who knows? And then Syria. And then further down we've got Israel and Palestine and all those other problems. Now, if we bring Turkey in, instead of opening the floodgates to problems, it puts a barrier to all those other big problems, worse problems, that much further south, southeast. And believe me, 70 million Turks are one heck of a barrier to these crackpots in Iran and Iraq and Syria and further down in Israel and places like that, and Palestine. So let's stop thinking about Muslims as some kind of enemy. Let's stop being afraid of them. Because actually, if you sit down and on the one hand read the Bible, and on the other side read the Quran, they complement each other. It's as obvious as the sun rising in the morning that all the stories in the Bible and in the Quran come from the same source. We all worship the same God. Yes, believe me. There is only one God. What the difference between us is the way we look at the prophets. Forget the prophets. Let's only think of the one God. We could all kneel together and pray if we just think of God and forget about the prophets. You think about that. So there we have it. Bring in Turkey, and rather than opening any floodgates to problems, we're actually putting down a barrier against worse problems. Because, believe me, if these lunatics in Iran get the atomic bomb, boy are we going to have a lot of problems. Right. So there you have it. That's my blog for today, Sunday. Who knows what I will talk about tomorrow. It's not a bad day today. The sun's shining here. It's cool. Very cool. About 20 degrees. I believe in Bucharest it's approaching 40 degrees. That's where my girlfriend lives. So I'm going to say cheerio now. God bless. While it's still legal to say God bless. Take care. All the best. Bye for now.